Right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Putting the spotlight on K9 units.
Well, it just made me think of how I would feel if that happened to my dog.
How the Alton community is responding to the shootout that killed a police dog. Supporting Travis Brown.
He's a well-known, well-respected guy, very loving guy.
We're live at a fundraiser for the injured police officer as he continues to recover from injuries suffered 2 weeks ago.
Really heating up to start the week with temperatures feeling like they're over 100 degrees. Why this is just the beginning and when we can expect our next weather impact alert day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Townsend. Tonight, the summer heat is getting ready to return to the bi-state. We could see, listen to this, temperatures in the upper 90s. That's for most of the incoming week. Meteorologist Gary Frank joining us now with our first weather impact forecast. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, good evening, Robert. It's starting to get more muggy. The last few mornings, obviously, we had 40s and 50s this week. That's not been the case right now. You start to feel that humidity as we look outside in downtown. But overall, we've had cloud cover. That's kept us from really warming up. We watched that rain that kind of settled in to our west and sat there. That's all part of this incoming heat as we are much quieter now. Temperatures still right around 80 degrees in Forest Park. It's humid outside. When you look at what's going on tomorrow, temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s. We're in the low 90s, and I do expect that it gets hot and humid again. This is a transition here for us the next few days. It's hot. It's still heating up. I still think we have that slight chance for rain. That's what keeps us from getting too extreme tomorrow for our main weather impact. But we don't have any weather impact alert days like I mentioned, but we are targeting a couple of days that I think we may have to look at that specifically because of that extreme heat. Why it's an issue and why it feels more than just summer-like temperatures and how long we can get that to last.
It's been more than 2 weeks since Ferguson police officer Travis Brown was seriously injured after a protester violently shoved him to the ground. Officer Brown suffered a severe brain injury and has been in a coma ever since. Our Andy Crawl joins us live now at the Drink House in Pagedale, where a benefit for Officer Brown is taking place. Andy, how have things been going tonight?
Robert, it's a supportive atmosphere, electric, there's music, a DJ, silent auction, and of course, it's a little bit after 10:30, there's some dancing going on, and all of this is in hopes of supporting Officer Travis Brown. There's at least 100 people here, and we actually heard from his family a little bit earlier today, and they said there's a chance he might be awake in the coming days. For the last few weeks, the Ferguson and surrounding community has really rallied behind Officer Travis Brown. Saturday night was certainly no different. It's a much appreciated sight for friend Terrence Monroe, who talked to us, who's also an officer, as well at this fundraiser at the Drink House in STL on Page Avenue, in hopes of raising at least $20,000 rather for Officer Brown and his two girls, a family who tells us that they had a doctor come chat with them and they're gradually going to start reducing sedation. The 36-year-old's pneumonia symptoms are also starting to subside. Many of us will remember back on August 9th, Officer Brown was knocked to the ground during a protest marking 10 years since Michael Brown's death, and the officer has been on the force for 7 months and suffered injuries and brain trauma. We actually heard from one of his fellow officers and friend, Benny Blackman.
General, just all around, I mean, you can see the outcome. Great dude, great father, very loving dude, always smiling, so, it's contagious when you see him.
Tonight's fundraiser goes until 1 in the morning, so if you're out and about on a Saturday night, you can still stop by the Drink House. There's also a GoFundMe link on our website at KSTK.com that's nearly at $150,000. Reporting live in Pagedale, Annie Crawl, 5 on Your Side.
Annie, thanks for the latest there. Tonight, an investigation continues after a shooting involving an Alton police officer left the suspect dead. Vernon Randall Jr. died after he fired shots at Officer Alan Averback and his K9 Odin. Odin died from his injuries. Officer Averback is still recovering at home. As Illinois State Police continue to investigate the shooting, an Alton woman is shining a light on the importance of police K9 units. 5 on Your Side's Travis Cummings has more.
Shellen Brown's 8-year-old German Shepherd Warden is her pride and joy.
When you get your belly?
It was difficult for the Alton native to hear about the K9 killed in the line of duty this week.
Yeah, it just made me think of how I would feel if that happened to my dog, I would want him to be protected as well as possible.
Alton police officer Alan Averbeck, pictured here, is recovering at home after a shootout with the suspect. Averbeck's K9 partner, Odin, didn't survive.
It was very sad. I felt really bad for the officer and the dog, everybody involved.
Brown worries about dogs in this line of work.
I'm hearing of shooting every other week or so, same areas of the town. So I just think these dogs should be protected a little bit better than they are.
Many police departments don't have a budget for canines because they're considered a specialty unit, so they rely on public or corporate donations. The dogs alone can cost between $15,000 and $45,000, according to the National Police Dog Foundation. Other funds are used for resources like protective vests.
Technically, this is, our first officer that we've lost in a long time, even though it was a canine. They're part of the team.
Alton Mayor David Growens, a former police officer himself, is proud to see how the community is rallying around these animals to make sure they get that support. The department acknowledged the many contacts, deliveries, and donations that have come in. Resources that can all save a canine's life.
The outpouring is, I think, relative to the fact that this was a law enforcement team member.
Some careless act for them to be taken away so quickly just bothers me.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Now, to support these brave animals, you can write a check and make it payable to the Alton Police Department's K9 program. The second way to donate is through Mustache March for PD. Tonight, the Chesterfield Amphitheater was packed for the 12th annual Backstop-palooza. The concert is a major fundraiser for the Backstoppers, which helps families of fallen and wounded first responders. Right now, the organization is assisting 90 area families in Missouri and in Illinois.
And the thing is, it takes $2.5 million a year to satisfy the commitments that the Backstoppers have made. So it's incumbent on us where we can to try to give back and keep those coffers full.
Backstop-palooza has raised over $700,000 for Backstoppers since its inception.
St. Louis is such a diverse city with residents from every corner of the world.
The Festival of Nations is taking place this weekend in Tower Grove Park. Artists, musicians, and lots of performers representing 75 nations were there today. Vendors say they wait all year specifically for this one event.
It's like the unity of all nations. It's like celebrating each other's cultures.
It's one of the largest multicultural festivals, I think, anywhere.
As you can see countries represented from all over the world that you wouldn't normally be able to see on, a day-to-day basis.
I love this festival. Oh my God. I can go through summer so I can come to the Festival of Nations. And after this,
Festival of Nations continues tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. New COVID claims, a viral post by the CDC warning about a deadlier strain of tonight's virus. Tonight, we're verifying if it is true. New COVID claims, a viral post by the CDC warns about a deadlier strain of the virus. Tonight, we're verifying if it's true. Stranded in space.
Boeing has worked very hard with NASA to get the necessary data to make this decision.
2 astronauts have been stuck on the ISS for weeks. When's the next chance they could return to Earth?
We saw this complex of storms to our northwest overnight dive fully south. Could the same thing happen tomorrow, and will it impact our rain chances and temperatures Sunday afternoon? Tracking that and the heaps coming up.